Divine Feminine Weekly. It's destiny, but what is all the destiny energy about? Let's take a look. Welcome back to Divine Feminines. We're here to do your weekly energy update. Yes, should you need a booking, we have bookings via the website with limited spaces, so be quick each month. Very separately, we do host super chats via YouTube. I will be sharing to both Instagram and Facebook soon, so the amount may grow. First and best dressed. And you can get all the information via the YouTube main page. Without further ado, let's take a look at Divine Feminine's update. Separately, if you do want this content ahead of the crowd, you can join a YouTube membership. Now, this reading starts off great, and I do believe psychically what I'm picking up on is that there's two things playing out here. Yes, it could be for a pocket group of you. There could be some circumstances that you're looking at and you're just like, look, gospel-y, don't know how this is going to go, don't know how this is ever going to be. There could be a heavy frequency. You also intuitively can be picking up on counterpart, and that could be potentially because they are experiencing a tower moment. Now, separately, what I do pick is your energy is going to move into a state where you are going to be very accepting. And the accepting is almost like you feel it's destiny. You feel it's going to happen. You're just not going to worry about it anymore. You're like, it's going to happen. When it's going to happen, I don't know. How it's going to happen, I don't know. You also could be very, very goal orientated this year. And I do see many of you getting into your temple. This could be doing guided meditation. This could be very focused on goals. I feel your intuitive energy is going to spike. I also feel your crown chakra can be quite activated. I do feel, however, your intuition is really going to serve you well. Now, some of you could be experiencing psychic attacks, and this energy could become a little bit anxious moving into mid-month. Bear with it as we do transition through this. It's a little bit like a door and a portal, very similar to the image on the screen, is that we are actually walking through a tunnel, and we can be apprehensive. This can be a very apprehensive time, but I do believe light is going to return and it's going to feel quite optimistic and exciting. Now, what I'm seeing in the past position is there was a lot of heart chakra activation in a child maybe that you went through over the last 2 months potentially, especially moving into 2024. We're trying to get our bearings. We're moving forward. There can be a lot coming at us. I do feel to a degree Mercury being retrograde in Capricorn was interesting. They're making reference to the Capricorn date is an important one. I do believe we have a moon coming up. I'm pretty sure it's, yes. Let me check the date because I think this is quite key. This can be a time frame. So I'd probably look around. Pardon me. That's interesting when that happens. It's almost like somebody's trying to interfere with the channeled message. Okay. Calendar. Let's take a look. We have, I believe it's a new moon. Okay, so it's on the 11th. So yes, there you go. The Capricorn energy coming through on the card. So around the 11th, there could be something quite pivotal for you that's occurring. And it can be a few days either side. But I definitely feel, move into your heart chakra, move into your vortex. I do think a lot of you are going to be really reviewing. This can be the elements of tradition and hierarchy. Again, I do see there could be an avoidance to end. certain things. But I also feel if you can go with the flow and you can realize change doesn't have to be a bad thing. Change can actually be a positive thing, especially in the TF path. Try and be open with it, because what I do see is you're sort of returning to your faith setting, but you're also being super, super realistic with it. You are a mass manifester. You may feel that you are unable to. You may be very 3D at this point, but universe is saying, give your problems to Gaia. This individual, your TF, it does feel like they're getting into yin and yang. They are coming with the judgment. I do feel that there is a transformation here in the mix, and it's almost like you're giving them the baton. You're like, look, you need to take the lead here. I'm getting into my emotions. I'm in my emotions. I'm trying to have faith. I'm trying to let go. I'm trying not to control. And spiritually, I do feel they're also quite psychically tuning into you. They can be almost like daydreaming, which is ending in scrying. It could be sort of like they're looking into the mirror and they're gazing off into the distance. And it's a little bit of an out-of-body experience, but they are very daydreamy to do with divine feminine at this point in time. This is almost like the stargazer. It's funny because I've got an element of hermit energy, but I almost feel coming out of hermit mode, gaining a lot of light, gaining a lot of clarity. And they're actually being shown me that they are seeing something through. I'm noticing the eye on the stuff that they're holding is very similar to the destiny energy. So it's almost like they're having a revelation very similar. They've got the third eye there. It's quite protected. The same energy is on the last card to the right. And the third eye energy, they've got 3 eyes there. So it's very protected. I do see them having a revelation, even though at a foundation level, divine feminine, you could be pushing your emotions down, trying to get your emotions in order, accepting whether a judgment is going in your favor or not. But I do feel it's important to be grounded. You can be, you can almost feel like you just want to sweep everything under the carpet and proceed forward. And it does feel almost matter of fact with it. Many of you are going to do better with this than others. I feel this will be more the second and the third waves will have more issues with this. The first wave is I feel a lot of you went through your purgatory experience, I would say from October last year, maybe even prior to that, from May. But it did proceed to get heavier as we did exit the year. What I'm seeing here in the mix is many of you from the first waves are actually bumping out of that. It's the second waves that could really be getting into a trigger point. You are trying to resist the temptation here, even though you feel spiritually, some of these things that you're having to address, they're all part of the inner destiny. They're also mentioning Citroen. I feel this is to detox. Yeah. It's a good detox, especially with the element of Pisces at the moment astrologically. Okay, this can actually aid with less sensitivity, especially criticism, and encouraging acting on constructive criticism. So, these energies this year can be quite critical. It can balance your solar plexus. And from an intuitive level, if you're having headaches and third eye activation, it also can support your crown chakra. So Citroen for you this week can actually aid you. And it also helps you to remove any negative energy. It boosts your self-confidence. So that can actually support you during this time. I may go into selecting gemstones as we do proceed forward with the energies when I am giving the energy updates. If you do want to come and join us for the Twin Flame Joint Connection come through, we do host them weekly. What I do see energetically for Divine Feminine on the up and up, I do see you making a lot of goals this week. I do see you being quite intuitive. Be very careful what you're tuning into. If you are struggling, you can use Citrine. Know that we're going through a tunnel. Know that there's a brand new beginning here. I do see in the mix some of you are quite disillusioned at this point. You're trying to shift your energy onto things that are really calling you. This also can be a very, very busy time. And it's almost like I see you compartmentalizing, putting things away, getting things in order. There's a bit of hustle and bustle going on. This also can inadvertently be aiding you in avoiding some of these feelings. And I would say, even though you know they're there can be some things that you're skimming over. There is a potential they can be coming up. If you can stay in alignment and grounded, be open to expressing how you feel. This can be via journaling or directly, communicating with a friend, a soul council member. Also know your limit. If you do feel that you're coming out of the woods and you're actually doing better, go for gold. Keep proceeding. Some of you may need some more added support, I do feel, by week's end. Be aware some of this energy can be quite psychic in nature. This may also be TF's energy. I do feel if you can keep grounded and you can protect your crown chakra, whatever tower moment they're directly going through, you're actually going to be able to endure it spiritually. And you are going to be doing a lot of clearing. I see very, very clear intentions. You could also be getting some news of where this new destiny is for you. Take care, beautifuls. I'll see you during the week. If you do want this content out of the crowd, you can join our YouTube membership. We also host In the Dark super chats. That's for your burning questions where you feel they're more private. Take care, and I'll see you next week.